Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Deja Chaniah, and I am a holistic executive consultant, which means that I work with high achieving and executive women, helping you all create what I believe is a soft, juicy, and successful life. Because in this paradigm that we are in right now, and when I say paradigm, I mean the reality that you and I are choosing to live in, to create, and to grow in. You don't have to choose between being soft and well nourished and taken care of or being successful, right? So I am in Paris. I am here for a few reasons. I'm visiting a friend, I'm working on a really cool project, and I'm still seeing my clients. So as I wait for my client to get ready for our Zoom call, I just got inspired and I thought about how this is that life in action, right? So I am very grateful to be in a place where I can merge the things that bring me joy, like traveling, like learning a new language, or refining my language skills. When I was a little girl, j'étais très fluent en français, mais maintenant, j'oubliais beaucoup de mots, beaucoup de phrases. When I was little, I was very fluent, but now I forgot a lot of it because I don't use it. I used to write, I performed plays. I did all this stuff. So being back here is fulfilling me on a soul level. It is fulfilling my creativity. It's fulfilling that joy and that wonder. That is that softness in life that all women strive to really embody. But on a natural level, it's like already within us, right? We were made to be these creational beings. We were made to embody beauty and to um what's this word? I'm like forgetting it, to go out in the world and enjoy beauty, right? We look at flowers and babies and rainbows and sunshine and it fills us up because it's a reflection of that beauty within us. It's a reflection of that creativity that is within us. And it's only because of this world that we live in, this modern, hyper productive space that has been constructed around us, that a lot of us have been programmed to believe that it is not for us or it's for a specific type of person. And that's why I said earlier that we feel like we have to strive for it because that's what this world tells us, even though it's already within us. And I don't know. I this is just a stream of consciousness. I don't have any plans for this video, but I just wanted to really chat about that and to chat about how no matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, how you can always invite softness, right? Whether your life looks overtly like very luxurious and adventurous, and you're totally just fully committed to your soul's mission and purpose. And that's the point where I feel like I am. Life isn't perfect. No one's life is. We all have obstacles and things to grow through. I have an old mentor that used to say, at every level, there's a new devil. At every level, there's a new devil, yes, but there's also like more of God that you are able to receive. There's more angels that are protecting you. There are more blessings. So, back to this, how the soft, juicy, and successful life looks like in action. And for me, I really believe that it comes down to just a few pillars that you can implement no matter what. So, one, it looks like creating space for yourself to reflect, right? It's very simple. I'm sure you've heard this so many times, but make space to sit back, be with yourself, and reflect. This can look like just setting a timer for 1 minute and thinking to yourself about how you've been feeling that day, right? If it's at the end of the day or if it's at the beginning of the day, how you want to move, like the goals that you have. Very simple. You can journal, you can reflect internally, but just make some time to reflect because when you are aware of what's going on around you, when you take the time to slow down, what you are doing is you are training yourself out of the survival, fight or flight, freeze, fawn response, and you're shifting your body into rest and digest. And right now in this world, again, it's the paradigm that's built around us. You can choose differently, which is why you clicked on this video. But the mode of success is the hustle culture, right? It's to sacrifice yourself at the altar of a title, of money, of accolades. And I feel like that's so toxic and it ends up just hurting you in so many ways. I work with a lot of successful women, right? And I was once there myself with my whole health and body and sense of self breaking down because I was achieving all of these markers of success. So when you take the time to reflect, even if it's just 1 minute a day to start, and you slowly increase it, you are training yourself to understand that life is more than the survival that you've been taught to just focus on. And you're expanding your reality to just receive a bit more softness, receive a bit more patience with yourself. Slowing down, it is a human right. I believe that's what we were all made for, right? Like we were put on such a beautiful, abundant planet that grows everything we need. So it's within us, but in this world, it's a luxury. So that's one way to create softness within your day, no matter where you are and no matter what you're doing. The second is to validate and also take time to live out what you desire. So, again, this can look different depending on where you are in your life. So, to start, it can simply mean that your desire is to feel pampered. And I'm going to talk about how it looks on different levels. So, let's say you're on a level where you are working towards financial independence and freedom. You don't feel like you have a lot of time or money, but you want to feel pampered. This could mean buying one of those huge jars of clay that you can find online, mixing it up with like apple cider vinegar and honey, and giving yourself a mask, right? You can do that 5 minutes before you shower, before you go to sleep. Excuse me, I had a typical big French lunch with a few courses, so I'm digesting. On the next level, you have more time, more space, more resources. You go to a spa, right? On the next level, you might have a personal esthetician or masseuse, or maybe all of that come to your home. Whatever level it is, you can create space to receive those desires, no matter where you are. And the third thing I want to say to you, because I want to keep this short and simple. This is like a beginner sort of um, peek into what we talk about in my coaching. Just a peek, this is the tip of the iceberg. But the third thing is that you are inviting your body into the conversation. What does this mean? So, for a lot of very high achieving women, we are told all of the things that men are told to achieve success, right? We are told to put our mind over matter, that you're only as strong as like, or what is it? There's like I'm forgetting all of these colloquialisms today. No pain, no gain. We're taught all of these things. And what it does for us is that we override what our body is feeling and we totally live up here. We're disembodied and disconnected. So, what this looks like is that we have no idea what's going on in our body. And that's very harmful for women. You know, the standard world is set up based on the male hormonal cycle. If you've been here for a while, you've heard me talk about this several times, but that's a 24-hour cycle. So for the most part, can you hear the rain? Where I come from in the Virgin Islands, when it's raining this heavily, we always say that it's God showering blessings upon us. So while most people like feel like rainy days are blah, I love them. It's a time to slow down and literally receive God's blessings. And on a practical level, like a lot of people back home, we catch rainwater and filter it and use it to drink, to do laundry, to cook with, to clean with, to bathe. So it's literally a blessing when it rains. We have fresh water. It waters the land. So all the like trees and the herbs and the vegetables grow, all the animals get water. It helps to refill aquifers, whatever. But I still like the symbolism of it. There's a practical and there's a spiritual side of the rain. Okay, back to the point. Um, but this world has been really built off of the male hormonal cycle, which isn't bad, right? For most of human history or modern history, that's what we've been just operating on, where we've seen that we get up, we're expected to do the same thing every single day. And there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Certain things we have to do every single day to like maintain our human body and relationships and our livelihood. So that's the nuance. But what I'm saying is, as women, we are primed so differently. We are created so differently. We have a It depends on the woman. I've seen it in my practice anywhere from 21 to 42 days, right? So we have a menstrual cycle, which means that every single day of that cycle, we are slightly different from the last. Our hormones are fluctuating at different rates. We are ovulating, we're in the luteal, the follicular, the menstrual that's not in order, the luteinizing hormone might be rising, estrogen, progesterone. All of these things are at play on top of the normal other hormones that are, rising and falling in our body just by virtue of being human, our adrenaline, our cortisol, all of that. So it's really important to understand what's happening in your body and to make micro adjustments to the way that you sleep, to the way that you eat, to the way that you exercise, to the way that you literally just interact with the world based on what's going on with your hormones. So that's one way that I want you to receive the information from your body and bring that into the conversation. But the second thing is to really focus on your nervous system. So I said, I think in point two, I made 3 points, right? I said in point two um, that we're shifting from, or point one with the reflection. It doesn't matter what point. When I said we're shifting from fight, flight, freezers, or fawn to rest and digest, right? That's all about helping you regulate your nervous system and shift the way that your body's responding to this world. The reason this is extra important for women is because our nervous systems respond differently to stress than men. So not only do they have this 24-hour cycle where basically their hormones rise and fall the same way day in and day out. There might be some nuances, but that should the general trend. They can also withstand higher levels of stress and it be healthy on their system. That's literally how they're hardwired. That's why historically men have been the ones going to war for the majority of human history and for the majority of militias. That's not to say there weren't women in war. I personally don't think it's healthy for us to be on the field and doing this, direct combat. Don't come for me. This is my opinion on my video. But their nervous systems respond differently to it. Actually, Stress up to a certain amount, right, helps to boost their testosterone, make them stronger, faster, wiser. It can like literally unleash some sort of superpower. Even stress between partners can help a man bond to you with a vasopressin. But for us, our nervous systems respond to stress very differently. Yes, we can handle like the daily quote unquote stressors of life, yet over time, it actually erodes at our mineral reserves. It can build up inflammation in our body way faster and way more severe than it ever will with men. And it's because of those fluctuations of hormones, but also our nervous systems are, I forget the exact number, but I think it's like we have 100 times more nerve endings in our bodies. Forget the number. We are just extra sensitive, right? We are more tapped in to what's going on in this world. So we feel things more intensely. We feel them sooner and they affect us. And this is a superpower, I believe. Like our ability to sense things, a woman's intuition, right? Is, I think, in many ways very spiritual, but in many ways it's biological. It's literally our body's ability to feel and interpret our environment at a heightened sense in a way that our biological counterparts were not designed to do. So, these are the three ways that I would like to invite you to create more softness in your life alongside the success that you're building. You can do this at any stage of success or growth, where you can do this if you just feel like you're starting out on your healing journey, or if you feel like you're really advanced. You can do this if you feel like you're just starting out on your career, or you feel like you've made it and manifested whatever dream you have. To recap, the three are: you're going to take some time to reflect, right? This can start at just 1 minute a day. You can do it even internally, or you can do it journaling. You can go up to, I have clients who are staying at home and they just do whatever they want and they can spend 3 hours on it. It doesn't matter. You just take some time to reflect. The second is, I don't remember the second, but you've been watching this, you should know. And then the third is bringing your body online and bringing it into the conversation and just learning how you can make these micro changes to the way that you move that really honor your body and nourish your vessel. You know, we just have one body in this life. And this is the tool, the vessel, the vehicle that we have. That's my client. She's buzzing me. That's the tool and the vessel that we have to move through this world. So it's really important that you take care of yourself, that you really honor all of what you are, because I think beyond the metrics of like money and status and career and awards and fame, whatever this external world is trying to sell you, success is being authentic and in your purpose. It is living as you are, fully, without shame. So that is all that I have for you today. I hope that this video helped you. Please send this to a friend that you feel like could use this. And if you're interested in coaching, I will have a link below with all of my different offers. I have a lot of self-paced programs. So that means that you can just buy them and you pay, and then you get access to it. You move through it at your own pace. I also have some live programs. One's a group program called Coronation, and this is for women who are ready to shift out of that hustle and really embody the queen within, creating the realm of their influence and learning how to stand up as leaders in their lives. And then the second is Nectar, and this is a VIP one-on-one program. So we're doing a lot of the same work, but privately. And for some women, that just works better. It's high touch. You get a lot more access to me. And we really hone in on creating your soft, juicy, and successful life. In both of these programs, women have done amazing work. Like they have gotten promoted to their dream positions, they have moved into their dream homes, they have tripled the revenue in their business. One of them was pregnant while doing this. So it's really big work, but it's beautiful work. And like I said, we're all about softness with success. You don't have to sacrifice yourself in order to be successful. You can have both. So the links for that will be below. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are. Peace.